All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going back to the 60s with this one called Hot Spur. Let's check it out. This movie starts with a girl dancing. And a few minutes later, she's screaming because the guys are starting to assault her. And that's her brother who also works there. He tries to rescue her, but gets into a fight. He's overmatched. He decides to try to get a job at the same place where those cowboys hang out.
I can handle it. Well, I ain't too much to do around here. Besides, stable boy in these parts gets his key.
But he's recognized.
Got a nice new job here, right, Chico? Now I'm going to tell you how to hold on to it. Keep these tables clean, and you stay out of my way. You understand me, Mex? You understand me, Mex?
Apparently orgies break out quite often at this place. I can't really show you much, but you'll have to take my word for it. This is the wife of the guy who owns the place.
Short memory. Hell, if I hadn't married you, you might have turned into some no-good whore. You don't like the sound of the word, do you? I'm fed up with your high and mighty attitude. Something you don't seem to be able to give me.
He wants a son.
Although you don't seem to have any trouble slobbering all over the men. If slobbering's all you do. Some of the filthy thoughts going on in there while you were looking at my wife.
Our stable boy doesn't fare much better.
Those kind of thoughts. But not while he's looking at my wife. Oh, and another thing, boy. I'm told you've been sticking your nose around my house.
Well, the stable boy decides to kidnap that wife.
You must be crazy. He'll kill you. He has no compassion for those who try to take what belongs to him.
So he takes her, kidnaps her. At one point she's able to grab a knife, which is kind of an odd scene because she never does anything with it. The cowboys set out to rescue her.
Yeah, I think it belongs to that Mex kid. That damn Mex. What's he up to? He wants us to know where he is. Why? Boys, get up to that shack fast.
Any reason for you to be killed? You say you know my husband? You know what he's like? Please listen to me. Please. If he finds you here with me, you know what he'll do.
And then since they assaulted his sister, he's going to do the same to her. While he's making love to her, he has these weird flashbacks to when his sister got assaulted, apparently by the same men, at a different time.
They didn't have to torture her. All of them are dead now. I killed them all except one, the leader. Your husband. She died, you know. My sister died.
Well, one of the cowboys catches up to him and he shoots him through the door. He has her strung up, and the guy was about to cut her down. Looks like we have a shootout.
He's only got a 6-gun. And you be out of range from where he is. See if you can find my brother. Make sure he's all right. Stay in there with Mrs. O'Hare and keep the kid from coming back.
In a pretty anticlimactic move, he spared this guy's life. Then the guy turned on him real quick.
Now you could do it.
But he's still alive, and he's being comforted by the woman he is
There'll be more.
kidnapped.
What will you do then? You're wounded. It won't be easy for you to fight the rest of them.
That's right! That's right! Come on! I'm through with her now! I've had her! Come on! Come on! She's in here! She's yours now! I've raped her! Just like you raped my sister!
That's the end of him. Dude comes to check on his wife. Gets stabbed for it and dies, and that's our film. Boy, that was quite a masterpiece, wasn't it? Hot Spur, otherwise known as Love Desperados. I actually have a pre-recorded VHS of this put up by Private Screenings in the late 80s under that second title, Love Desperados. What we have here is a movie, if you can call it that. Came out in 1968. Now, clearly the print of this was not very well cleaned up. I'm guessing the VHS looked pretty much just as shabby, but kind of lends to the charm of the film, if there is any charm. We have a stable boy, a Mexican stable boy, who witnesses his sister get assaulted, raped by these cowboys. This takes place in Old West somewhere. He gets a job the next day working at a place where these cowboys work, and like one of the main cowboys owns the place, a ranch. They recognize him, they beat him up a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Now, the guy who runs the ranch, his wife, played by Virginia Gordon, doesn't think too much of her husband. Husband doesn't think too much of her. He wants to have a boy, and she hasn't had any kids yet, so I don't know, he can't figure that out. He thinks she's worthless. Eventually, the stable boy kidnaps the wife, takes her to some shack somewhere. The cowboys follow him. They're on his trail. But he wants them to find him. He wants revenge because his sister died that night after she was assaulted. So he wants revenge. And eventually he rapes the woman there. But it's more passionate than actually rapey. Turns out she kind of falls for him, if you can believe that. Because she's not getting much love from her husband, that's for sure. Well, he kills some of the guys. They show up. He kills some more of them. Finally, he gets into this big showdown with the husband at the end. He's the last survivor. And he says, come on, come get me. I raped your wife, blah, blah, blah. I've had her. And then the husband takes out a gun and shoots him, kills him. He goes in to check on his wife. His wife has a knife, and she stabs him to death. And that's how our movie ends. Hot Spur, Love Desperados. So there you go. I don't know. It's a piece of shit film, but you know, it had a bunch of nude scenes in it, which is exactly why this film was made. It's only 72 minutes long. It's an easy 72 minutes. It goes by fast. It's an easy to follow plot, you know, so I guess I can't have a whole lot of complaints about it. It's just a late 60s exploitation film, full frontal nudity and everything. Yeah, wow, what a film. I know Something Weird put this out. I had a couple versions of it. This one was put up by Alpha Blue Archives. It also has the movie The Scavengers on it, which I have reviewed. That was also known as Rebel Vixens. I think I reviewed that a couple of years ago. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is it. Hot Spur. It's a movie. There you go. I'll leave a link to it down below if you're looking for it. I'm assuming it's on Amazon. And if it's there, you should grab it and check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments. Hot Spur. Watch it. Bye.